believe that, you know, if you don't believe that you should be doing well or whatever on a deeper level, that's going to immediately stop you from getting to that next level. So again, this is a lot of deep stuff, and I can't really formulate the words I'm trying to say, but all in all, there was a point in the event where, and this will probably, a lot of you might say, well, you know, this is bullshit, but it's really true. There was a point where he said, there is a reason why there are people in this community who are using the system, who are using, you know, the exact same ads, we're using the exact same system, the exact same processes, and they are killing it, and we were not. And that is because we went over something called intention versus mechanism. And basically, everything in your life is 100% intention and 0% mechanism. So that's essentially to say, not that ads and what we do don't matter, but in the larger picture, ads and the system and all of that, none of that matters unless you have a 100% intention in knowing that you are going to be successful and your goals and your vision are 100% clear. If they're not clear, you're not, it doesn't matter if you have the best system in the world, if you have the best ads in the world, you're never going to get anywhere. So that was a big mind-blowing thing that we went through. Yeah, a lot of this pertains to another activity during the event, which we're not actually allowed to share, but
we were told, like, we had to take an oath that there's one part of the weekend that we were not allowed to share, because say David, if you went, or Amanda, you went, Kevin, Charlie, Will, if any of you guys went, it would take so much away from this weekend. So that's the only part that we're not allowed to share. Other than that one aspect, we are an open book about the Awaken event. Sorry, continue, Julia.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that we were told not to tell, but even if I was allowed, I wouldn't tell you guys anyway, simply because if you ever plan on going to this event in the future, we will be seriously robbing you of what you would learn, because the experience is different for everybody. And maybe Kurt, do you wanna talk a little bit quickly about what happened for you in any of this?
So to go into that intention part, intention versus mechanism, I'm sure you guys probably seen a few times where I got extremely frustrated with Gaz, with the system and all of that stuff, because I was putting too much into the mechanism. I was just going, you know what, no, why isn't this working? And then I got frustrated. I told Julia that I was done with this twice already, that I was fucking done.
That I was on my own.
That she was on her own. I was walking away. I was going to do my thing. But now with that intention versus mechanism is going to always equal results. Yeah, my intention, my vision has never been clearer. It's unbelievable.
It's super clear on your goals.
Yeah.
Meditate, read The Magic if you haven't read it, and really, really focus on where you want to be, because that is what is that's going to be the driving force behind your success. I don't care what people say about ads and stuff. There is a science to it. I agree, but
there is a science to ads, but if your intention is clear, if your vision is clear on what that ad is going to do, and if you know that ad is going to perform well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Oh no, that's right. If you know that ad is going to do well, it's going to do well.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's your intention. That's your vision for it. That's your mindset for that ad. I realized that today, manifesting is huge.
Massive.
Every time we go to the same grocery store, I always say, oh, I'm going to get that same parking spot I always get right up the front. Yeah. Every time I go to that grocery store, that parking space is empty. It's always mine. Every time I go there. I think out of the 100 times I've been there, maybe 2 times it's been empty, because I didn't say in my head that parking spot's going to be empty. I'm parking in that spot today.
Yeah, a little funny story. Todd told us about how when he gets off a flight anywhere, when he's traveling, we were taught how to create, go into our minds, and we create a workshop. And you guys can all do this too. Go into your mind, take some time later tonight, and close your eyes and look for a beautiful spot in your mind. Create, it can be somewhere you already know, or somewhere that you just imagine in your mind. Then start to build this house, build this workshop, build everything inside of it. And once you do that, that's going to be your workshop where you go to solve problems, where you go to manifest things in your life. So what Todd does is every time he is on a flight, before they land, he goes into his workshop and he invites all the crew members from the airplane and from the airlines and stuff, and he invites them into the workshop. They have coffee or tea or whatever, cookies. And he talks to them. He has a little chat with them about how he's in, he has places to be, and he needs his bags to come off first. Without fail, every single time, his bag is always the first one off.
Within the first 3.
We did this on the way down from Vegas. Our bags, when we got there, our bag was like literally the first one off.
It was already going around the carousel.
So this stuff is powerful, and it sounds silly, but if you can grasp hold of this, it's pretty intense. And I know, David, I see your expression on your face, and I know you know exactly what I'm talking about because we've talked about this before. So really take it seriously. It's not a joke. The readings, the magic, all that stuff, it's not a joke. It's real life, and it happens.
Yeah.
So this event overall was incredible, and I highly, highly recommend it to absolutely anybody. It will make a massive difference. It's not like, I kind of almost thought, even after what Kevin told us, I kind of thought it was going to be more of a, go like rah, 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 pep rally, pump everybody up. Completely opposite of that. You go in and you hit some deep emotional milestones. I mean, I can't count the amount of times I cried in this, doing this, and everyone in there, it becomes very, very close.
We made brand new best friends that we never met within 3 days. I'm closer to some of those people in that room than I've ever been, closer than my family members, my brothers.
Yeah.
I'm closer with these new people that I've known for 3 days than I am with my brother that's been around my life for 31 years.
So if you're serious about your business and you have, I'm not saying go into debt to do this, but if you're serious about this business and you have money available, really consider this, because it will make a massive difference in your business and in your life in general. My relationship with Kurt is completely different now. Absolutely 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, completely different.
We've never communicated on this level before.
Never.
Ever.
So yeah.
Ever in our life. Todd, we had a very big one-on-one with Todd after the facilitator of the event. But
Someone told me to hit record.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got it a long time ago. So we had a big one-on-one, me, Julia, and Todd, after the event, during the celebration, the finishing thing. And he said when we were doing one of the last exercises, we went face to face and within inches of each other, and
close your eyes.
Close your eyes, and you have to ask each other certain questions, for example, what does love mean? What does love mean to you? And without thinking about it, you just have to say the first things that come to mind. So say, for example, say in this aspect, Julia's person A, I'm asking the question, what does love mean to you? Right? If she stops talking about what love means to her, I just simply repeat that question. And then she continues to say the next things that come to her mind. If she goes blank, I just repeat that question. Just the power of communication.
Oh, yes.
True communication.
Yeah.
We had Todd tell us after the fact that he got very emotional when he was watching me and her go through that, because it just reassured him how much he truly loves his wife and what true love looks like.
Yeah.
And I was blown away by the communication that we had, and now I know exactly what she thinks love means. I know exactly what love means to her, and everything like that now, right? So it's extremely powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is, I know everybody here knows about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and all of that stuff. it goes a little bit deeper than that. Like those stories where you hear about, for example, a little kid, toddler's grandmother left the toddler at the side of the gate, and he crawled through the fence into the lion's den. And she bent the iron bars apart, went in and got the toddler out. And they brought in scientists. They didn't know what the hell was going on. And it turned out that they needed 3,000 pounds per square inch to bend those bars back to straight. So the reason why I bring that example up is because there's a conscious mind that has the reason and logic, and then the five physical senses. So touch, taste, sight, hearing, all that, right? The subconscious mind, it has your memory, your intuition, which women, they have mother's intuition or women's intuition. Dave, Kevin, Will, Dylan, we have that gut feeling, right? When we feel like something is going to go really well, we got that gut feeling, got that good energy, right? So that's what I mean by intuition. Emotions and our beliefs. And then another thing called ANS, which is autonomic nervous system. So that's in your subconscious, which is quite powerful. And then there's the superconscious mind, which he said is the source. So we did an exercise with people that we never met, and we went into our workshop, and so again, I'll use Julia's A and me B. So say I was in my workshop. She had to come up with somebody that I've never met, give just a name, an age, and the location in the world where they live. That's all the information that we are given. And then within that, we, just gonna get to my notes here. Within that, we had to, they had to go over certain things. So we go over a physical description. So I would be meditating, and I would be telling everything that I seen that this person was wearing, her height, her weight, her color, eye color, her hair color, everything. And then we would go into, we'd go into any ailments they had, whether it be internal, external, and skin, whatever it might be. And it was extremely powerful when we heard the numbers after everybody went through it. Some people were getting these things 98% correct.
Yeah.
And they've never met these people in their life.
And that's the power of manifestation, is if you can take control of that in your mind, like, you are so much more powerful than you could ever possibly imagine.
Yeah.
So put that power into your business, put that power into what you want to manifest and your goals and where you want to be, and literally the sky's the limit. Basically that's pretty much the point of that is, the power.
It's the manifestation and the power of the mind and the power of the super subconscious, which is known as the source, where everybody gets their energy from. Mm-hmm. Like they say that the conscious mind is a 98-pound jockey, right? The subconscious mind is a 3,000-pound elephant. So you put those two together, we're going to be able to move a lot of shit. Yeah. But if you can align all three, your conscious, your subconscious, and the superconscious mind, you're unstoppable. You're a force to be reckoned with, and you're going to move literally mountains within your business, within your personal growth, within your mindset. Just every aspect of life, you're going to be on top of the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Last thing I just want to add quickly before we get into some other stuff is that to go back to the whole point of this event is awaken, to wake you up. Mm-hmm. And what I was saying before about how there are pre-programs that run channels that run so deeply ingrained in you that you don't realize are affecting your thinking and what you do, because your beliefs that usually are formed between the ages of 0 and 8, those beliefs affect your attitude, and your attitude affects your behavior. And you literally become chemically addicted to the way you think. So you literally become chemically addicted to it. So it's very difficult to just say, oh, I'm going to think differently from now on. There's a lot more to it than that. We had to go through 3 days of intense, retraining of our minds to get to that point. So that is why this event is so powerful, and that's why you really just need to go and experience it. That's pretty much all I have to say for now.
Just to touch on that last thing that she was saying about how it's a lot easier said than done, and how you're chemically addicted to your speaking and your thinking. When you feel yourself going down that road, like say for example, somebody hates on one of your ads, and it just irks you right to the core. It seems very simple. It's just, and it breaks it down. It's stop. It's an acronym. So it's stop. So what it means is obviously S means stop. T, talk to yourself, right? Figure out why that's pissing you off so much. And then O, observe what's going on. So maybe why did this happen? You know what I mean? Like observe the surrounding, observe the situation. And then P, proceed with that information. So you've stopped, you've talked to yourself about what you could do to fix that, maybe kind of change your mindset on that. And then you've observed all the information within that situation. And then you proceed to make that situation better for both parties, right? So
yeah, basically what other people do is not your problem. It's none of your business, really. And if you get haters on your ads, we've been told that the best way to deal with that is not to engage, because as soon as you engage, you are resisting them and you are allowing them to take your power away from you. So don't do it. Just don't even bother. Just
right away.
Delete, block, and be done.
Just get them out. Not worth the time.
Yeah, it's really not worth your time. It's really not worth giving that energy away to people. So.
And yeah, it's not worth giving that energy away from people. But as soon as you start typing that message even to try to kill them with kindness, you're right away taking on that energy from that person, and it's instantly going to put you into a resistant state. Yeah. Like when we get into a mastermind, we can do a very simple exercise that shows how powerful resistance is to you and how it is ingrained in your head. Like it is unbelievable. Like we had to do like the London Bridge thing.
We went like this.
And we were just told, just push. Don't resist.
No, he didn't say that. He just said, put your hands up like this. Now I want one person to push the other person.
Yeah.
Push as hard as you can. He says, okay, go. And what happened is everybody, so say Kurt was the one who was pushing, he pushed, and what am I doing? Immediately, everybody resisted. He didn't tell you to resist. And that is how deeply ingrained this is in you. We are pre-programmed to basically take on any opposing force that comes to us. And you end up, instead you need to redirect that energy, because when you resist, you lose that control, you lose that power.
Instantaneously, that power, that control is gone.
Yeah, I'll have one more thing, then we're going to be done. So to go along with this, we talked about what's called the 3 R's. And this goes along with any sort of resentment or anger that you're having towards someone, whether it be a lead or a hater or anybody in your life. Basically, what the definition of resentment is, it's like drinking poison and wanting the other person to die. So it's totally backwards. And basically, we went through the 3 R's, which are resistance, resentment, which leads to revenge. And
revenge.
And it's a circle.
Yes, it's
non-stop.
A big circle. And when you resist someone, when you start fighting back, basically all you're doing is you're not accepting what is. By resisting them, it changes nothing. Nothing is changed. So when you resist, you lose that control, and that resistance turns into the next R, which is resentment. So any emotional responses that you could have to someone could be viewed as negative. So anything that's something that was said or done, or things that you thought or said were done. You have to be really careful about that, about pre-assuming about what somebody means. And he said something really insightful to us, that anger in itself is not a negative or a positive. It's simply an emotion. It's what we do with it and how we take action on it that matters. Because you can take something like, I don't know if you guys know what MAD stands for, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It was a group of organized women who were so angry about the children who were dying because of drunk drivers. And so a good thing came out of the anger. There's a bunch of other examples. But basically, if you get into that resentment and get into that resistance and that resentment, you're literally going to go straight to revenge, which literally does nothing for you. So if you can stop the cycle as soon as you see it starting,
that's where the acronym STOP
right?
comes in.
Because revenge, all that's doing is you're doing something to hurt the other person back, or you're doing something to make them feel bad about themselves. And you can also be taking revenge on yourself. So if something goes wrong, if your ads suck, or whatever, if you're not doing well in your business, you're resisting what is happening, and you're like, no, I don't want it to be that way. And then you go into resentment, and you're like, oh, like I wish I was better, I wish I was doing this right. And then you end up self-sabotaging, and you're like, oh, like, I'm an idiot, like, why isn't this working for me? So really,
or you do what I did and say I'm done.
Yeah, you say what Kurt did and you say I'm done, like, forget this. And there's huge prices to pay for that. So really try and get yourself out of that cycle of resisting giving away your power. All you got to do is just stop, right? It's easier said than done, but once you kind of wrap your mind around it, it's really powerful. It can stop pretty much any argument or any self-doubt or any things that are going on in your head that are preventing you from moving to the next level in your business. So we'll stop it there because we could go on for fucking ever. And I appreciate you guys listening. I hope some of that made sense. It might have just been jibber jabber. I have no idea. It's really hard to explain it if you haven't experienced it. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen.
And if any of you guys want to hop on a private Zoom another time, me and Julia have quite literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that we can sit here and talk to you about it. Of course, we can't go through every aspect, right? But we can do our best to try and explain it. But we do encourage you to do whatever you fucking can to get to that next Awaken event. Yeah. And if you are serious about it, we do have that, Julia was mentioning in the group that we have that link for another, 3 days, I think.
Yeah, until the July 7th, you get $100 off.
Yeah. Which is big. It's $100, but right? It's $100, right? It goes to a lot of things.
So if you're serious about it, let us know.
Like I'm sure you guys heard me saying prior to this event, I need this kick in the ass, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it was a kick in the ass, but it was more like a 9-yard kick in the ass where my foot went so far up that I can't find that fucking thing anymore. Right? Like, honestly, so it was that true kick in the ass. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, Dwayne. Okay, we're gonna stop and we're gonna let Kevin take over.
Yeah.
I just want to say something real quick.
Okay.
Dylan, John, and Kevin, everything that you just heard should validify me telling you to go get The Secret. Start watching it and start reading it. So everything that they just explained is just a blown up explanation of The Secret.
Totally.
Like,
they are just. And then not to take anything away, it's probably an amazing experience. They're just teaching it to people on a much larger, more impactful level. So if you can't quite afford the AWOL right now, that should validify what I told you earlier today. Go get The Secret because that shit is powerful. Period.
Yeah,
it's like, so this Awaken event is like The Secret, but on fucking steroids that had your fucking bomb dropped in the middle of it.
The thing is, The Secret, and I brought all that stuff too, and The Secret, like, all of that is awesome, and everybody should have to read that. The problem is the reason this event exists is because most people will read that and they'll say, okay, awesome, this is cool, but they have a very difficult time they're thinking to that because you have all these things that are ingrained in you. So basically this allows you to get rid of all that junk. And so you can start to build the good stuff.
This is the first stepping stone into quite literally rewiring your mind, because those pre-programming thoughts and those things that are going on in your mind have been happening for so long that it's it's like the Grand Canyon in your brain that it just like they're so carved out in there that it just happens without you even thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable
You
stuff.
may think that no, I'm positive thinker, or I know what I'm doing. I went in there thinking that, and you don't truly realize. Again, the exercise that we can't share with you, it basically solidified that for me, that I had no clue that I was actually doing this. And everybody said the same thing. They had no idea.
How deep I can go into that part of that was there was people that almost walked away from the event.
Yeah.
That were so pissed off and felt so betrayed after the fact that they wanted to beat the living shit out of Todd.
Yeah.
And like wanted to walk away and go home.
And I know the same thing happened when Kevin was there. We heard from people from the last event that said security almost had to be called because there were people literally getting up being like, fuck you, like this is bullshit. It's powerful. So
it's extremely
anyways,
powerful.
Kevin.
We actually want to try and get back so we can just audit the course again.
Yeah, and watch that happen.
After you've taken the Awaken event, you're allowed to go back and audit for free.
Yeah.
So it's like it's insane knowledge that these guys offer you. And just so you know too, they don't make fuck all off these events. It's not a great business thing to do, but they do it because they know how powerful it is to change people's mindset to actually, because this is what AWOL and GAZ is all about, right? Just positivity, becoming better people, and engaging and helping other people become better people. That's why they do these events. They don't make it. They might even lose money.
The overhead on these events is massive. They pay Todd like thousands and thousands of dollars an hour. So they literally do not make much from these. They do them because it's powerful stuff and they want to share the vision with everyone else. That's why they happen. So.
And another thing too is Keala in 2009, he did this event.
Yeah.
This was the first thing that changed his mindset. Without him,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is another thing too, the ripple effect.
Yeah.
Without him doing that event, none of you would be here. Me and Julie wouldn't be here. Julian and Darren wouldn't be here. Gaz wouldn't be here.
Actually, it comes down to Stu, because Stu's the one that called me, told me he was going, which then
But you know what? No. But you know what I mean? Like if Keala didn't go to that first event, he never would have. None of this would have happened because he wouldn't have met Cameron George, which they would have never created AWOL. And Gaz or Dang and Julian never would have gotten AWOL. They never would have created Gaz. Then Kevin. Well,
we get it.
Ripple effect.
So, one of the things that we're going to be doing as far as apps and how to basically, we got to fix what's not working. So the cool thing is we know what's not working. So for the longest time, we were focused on the online system and building the system and building the funnel. Well, here's a couple things we figured out. One, what are funnels for? Gathering people's information. Well, if we can get rid of a few. Hold on, Amanda, can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, so instead of trying to build a funnel, which a funnel is made to capture people's information, so we can recontact them again and market to them. That's what the funnel is. So if our ads essentially can turn into our funnels using ManyChat, then we don't need to worry about the funnel. As much as the funnel and the .com secrets and the glorious pictures and videos and all the cool shit, we're adding steps and we're getting further and further away from easy duplicatability. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach everybody to be awesome sales guys. And this is the beauty of it, because if you know how to make the sale, at any point in time, someone's like, yeah, I'm interested, like, boom, I'll give you a call now. Boom, I'll do a Zoom video for you now. We're making people wait hours and days. People don't show up. It's like herding fucking cats. It drives me crazy, right? So it's something's got to change, and what? Jesus. Oh, damn, Christ's sakes. Anyways, the cool thing is the sales part is easy, guys. Like, I can teach the sales part is easy. All we need, that's what we were doing at the start. And then we went off into fucking la la land with building funnels and lead pages and click funnels and money, like spending more money. Like, no. Let's save as much as we can, be resourceful, fix what needs to be fixed. What do we need? We need to be able to sell. We need the confidence. We need the training. We need the questions. We need the framing. We need all the sales procedure. We need the Jordan Belfort, because the fact of the matter is the people that are making the sales, and Julianne Kurt can attest to this, they're doing it one-on-one. It's person to person. That's how I sold all of the people that are on my team is, hey man, let me show you how I can help you out. Not mass webinars, not mass presentations. And we don't need that many people, guys. We make thousands of dollars a sale. So let's fucking get laser focused on how to progress the sale or how to qualify somebody fast. Like, I actually asked somebody, have you blown your credit up? Were you smart with your money? I want to know this. I'm not going to waste my time, carting you down for a week and then get you on the thing. You're like, oh yeah, I fucking don't work, So focus on the ads. Like Julianne Kurt was saying, be creative with the ads and the speech in it, and just be genuine and be consistent. One thing that I started to do is I shit the bed when it came to my go lives and my posts. Dave, you still do an amazing job, but you got to build that content on your page because people do come to your page. And have a theme, build a brand, talk about the things you like, go to different destinations. We got to start using our page and our brand because we don't really know how many people are coming there and just go, oh, this guy doesn't do shit, forget it. We don't know. And it's business, right? I mean, it's free for us to post organic, so we should be doing it. But yeah, guys, other than that, like realistically, we gotta do these training sessions probably once or twice a week and just start plugging into like people, like you'll have homework, like, yo, you gotta, like there will be courses, like some sales stuff that you gotta take, because at the end of the day, this just comes down to asking questions and confidence. So yeah, any questions?
Just to touch on what you said there a little bit, Kevin. The Jordan Belfort training, that's it. Now that I know what I know, that shit is fucking gold. Like, unbelievable gold. So yeah, if you haven't watched that shit, get on that. And if you have, watch it again.
Yeah, and what Kevin was saying about, we did talk to a lot of leaders down in Vegas. I was actually in one of the small groups I was in throughout was with Mackenzie, who is Jesse Garner's wife. And Jesse Garner, for those of you who don't know, if you're new, Jesse Garner had a $91,000 month and blew up from there. His business, he did this within like a year. So I talked to her a lot. I picked her brain a lot about what they were doing. And basically all they're doing is they are pre-qualifying people through their ads. So same thing with
all of Team Phoenix is pre-qualifying through their ads, and then getting even more deep into pre-qualifying through Messenger.
What that means is when you do your ads, you should be envisioning the exact person who you want to be targeting. So your ideal candidate who you want to be on your team, you should be acting as though you're talking directly to them when you're doing video ads or even when you're doing story ads. So you're getting the people that you want. So you're not getting all these fucking idiots who don't have money or who aren't serious about it. So you're pre-qualifying their ads, and then all they do is they get them on Messenger, they pre-qualify them through Messenger, ask them some basic questions, basically get them to talk as much as possible. These guys are literally giving like the shortest answers possible. Like they don't go out of their way to talk a huge amount, but they develop the relationship because they allow the other person to talk.
Yeah.
Then when you know enough about them and you know that they're serious about this, but then they do a phone call. And by the time you're able to get them on the phone, you should already know that this person is going to buy. And it's really just a formality. So that's their process, and that's what's been working for them.
And the phone call is more or less just to like walk them through the sign up process.
Yeah, that's what I said, a formality.
That's all it is. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how these guys are doing it. And yeah. and get them and with a hook. So you need it in your ad copy, David. I think you know this now. You need a hook. You need them to have a reason to actually read your story ad or read your
Or watch
your video. They need to get hooked into that.
What Kevin was saying about sales, this goes back to this. We're going to get this all to you guys about understanding how to talk to people, and because Kevin's brilliant at that, but the rest of us need some work. We need to know exactly how to sell people, and to tap into, actually not even how to sell people, basically to tap into who they are as a person in order for them to sell themselves. So
It's called directing energy.
exactly. So I'm done.
Go get the book, Verbal Judo.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard lots of good things about that too.
I haven't read it yet. I need to read that.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's from a cop, and he was an English lit teacher, and then he was a cop, and then he wrote this book, A Millionaire, and he's like, fuck yeah! So, yeah. Does anybody want to go over anything? Actually, everyone take yourself off of mute and just what happened over this past little bit and what's going on in your business.
I've done a couple of water shares over the last few days, starting to get that going. It's turning out to be a lot easier than I kind of scared myself to do it at first. Now that I've done it a couple of times, it's starting to get a lot easier. And yeah, right after we're done here, I have somebody coming over to check it out actually.
Nice. Do you have that water trial form?
Pardon me?
It's called, I think it's water trial form. Here, let me bring this up.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Shows
It's
people
here.
exactly what they need to do.
I'm so excited to try the water shares again.
I'll send this over to you. Basically, just tell them what to do, how to do it, so that way it actually looks like there's a reason, and you have the date that you started and stuff like that, so it looks kind of cool. So I'll fire that over to you.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll help.
Can you send that to me also, Kevin?
I'll put it in the group.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you should put that in the group, Kevin.
Okay.
Cool. That's awesome. Are they local guys? And like, what'd you get for jugs?
Me?
Yeah.
I just went to Superstore and bought as many as I could carry and dumped them out as soon as I got home.
Yeah, we've all done
already ran out. My little brother scooped a bunch. My brother-in-law scooped a bunch. My dad has a bunch. My grandma's getting a bunch. Like, it's kind of popping
Yeah,
off.
don't last long. You never get them back either.
Nope. That's why it's a write-off, right?
Exactly. That's awesome. What about you, Will Winter?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Oh, another day. Trying to get my this fucking Calendly thing to work here.
Okay. How the fuck do I do this? Are you gonna print it out to people, or are you just gonna send the instructions?
I would probably rather print it out.
Right. Okay. What's your email?
JYORK at
Share. Share.
Are you putting it in the group too, Kev?
Here's the thing. It's in my Dropbox. I don't really know how to fucking get it out, to be honest.
I've never used Dropbox.
I gave up on Dropbox. I got confused.
Hold on. Documents. What's it called? Water trial form. Documents. I'll figure it out eventually.
Julie was
It's in
just
one of the GPM groups too.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
It might be in the file
I
section.
can't
of
remember.
GPM.
I can't remember which one, but
I'm gonna go take a look right now.
it's
Actually,
in there. I know that.
Awesome.
I've seen it there before.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be.
Yeah, man. So, Woodward, what are you doing?
Well, I got my mini chat, and I'm just getting that, trying to get that going with my page here.
That's good news.
Yeah,
Are you figuring it out?
somewhat.
Well, I think I got it. Boom. Figured it out.
Oh, there it is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, it
That's
makes he look slow. Damn.
Hey, what are you been up to, man?
Who?
You.
Me. Oh, sorry. I just got back from Kelowna for the long weekend. Fuck, was
Yeah.
it hot up there? It was so nice. It was a great chance just to relax, man. Holy, work's been killing me. But I actually had a great chat with my aunt while I was there. She's got Lyme disease. And she's been trying everything for, well, years now and with no real great results. And so I started looking for some testimonials in our group. Found out that the Kangen water is a great thing for Lyme disease, and some people have been free of it for years after dealing with it for a long time with no help from the medications. So I'm trying to find a water share for her up there because her boyfriend's awesome. Like, he's totally enthusiastic about the idea, wants to buy it for her, but she's a little skeptical because of all the money she's spent so far. She didn't want to drop another $6,000 on a machine, have it not work. Right, so she wants to try the water share first. I'm just having a little trouble finding anybody up there right now.
Whereabouts in Kelowna, Stu?
Right in oh geez, where is she?
I should re-ask that question. How close to Vernon, and would she be willing to possibly meet? Because if not, I could probably put her in touch with somebody.
She's right in town in Kelowna. She's right in town in Kelowna.
There's quite a few people in
Yeah.
Kelowna I've seen in the group, so I'm sure it'll.
Yeah,
I'm sure
there's-
the responses pretty quick.
There's people in Kelowna. I mean, another thing is, like, how ambitious do you feel? Because if you want, I can give you one of my machines and you can run it up to her and tell her to have it for a couple of weeks.
If you're cool with that, then like she'd take great care of it. Like, she's a great person. So
willing to drive it up. Fuck yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, it's just
my parents are back and forth like every week, so it wouldn't be an issue.
All right, we'll come get it tomorrow.
Fuck, right on. I'll stop by on my way home. That'd be cool. Thanks, man.
No problem.
That's huge. Okay.
What about you, Dill? How you been?
Solves that.
Hold on, let me get you.
Okay, I was muted. My bad. I've been having a lot of my bad moments today. So I'm gonna run my ad another day so I can get some better numbers on it. David helped me with it a little bit today. Then I'm going traveling tomorrow to multiple states, so I'm gonna try to get videos in multiple places that I can run as ads. Is what I'm going for starting tomorrow.
I like it.
Awesome.
Stay creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, when Kayla Delargy was really starting to do well, I called her and asked her. I was like, first of all, how much money are you spending a day on ads? And she said between $40 to $70. And then I asked her, how many ads have you done? And she goes, I bet you have done 50. So the thing is we can raise our standard very, very, like, by a long shot if we choose to, right? So really this comes down to two things: discipline and raising your standard.
You gotta be confident.
That's it.
You gotta have
Right?
your intention down.
So it's pretty, like I said, I'm excited I have no problem handling the volume of people I talk to, especially with ManyChat. start filming videos, upload them to YouTube, send that as a broadcast as well, which is pretty cool. And also work for more market. Start posting. Start being Kangen guys. You know what I mean? Like, how bad do you want it? Like, do you want to go to work or do you want to fucking slang water machines for a year or two? Right? At the end of the day, it was a hell of a lot easier than, I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing, but I'd probably be selling something somewhere.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Ask Barry.
Yourself, man, I haven't heard from you in like the whole weekend. If he's around. There you are.
What's going on? A few water shares. Just trying to nail down some sales.
Yep. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah, like business-wise.
Well, I don't have any sales yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, but what are you doing in between? See, a lot of people judge their success on their sales or how much money they've made. And that's not how we do it. We judge you on how much you progress day over day. Because eventually that compounds and then you get a sale. So every day you just wake up and be like, today I want to get what done. And if you ask yourself that in the morning while you're meditating and doing gratuity, it's very simple. Just sit there and first thing in the morning, got the whole fucking day ahead of you. Just tell you, like, what do I want today? I want to meet 3 new people. I want to get a lead. I want to get a water share. I want to send a video to somebody. Then count. Then you look back, because when I was at Harley, I would do about 50 calls a day. And the reason I was so successful at Harley is I was the only fucking guy that did phone calls. Everyone else sat on their phone like this. Something. So the thing is every day, even if I didn't sell a single bike in the middle of November or December, which is very, very slow, I could look back at the end of the day and be like, wow, I made 50 calls. I set 3 appointments. I talked to X amount of people. You know what I mean? So get used to tracking your progress, because if you don't know what you've been doing, you don't know whether you're doing enough, right? So that's all this shit that we're going to have to learn. All this sort of sales, management, all that sort of stuff. We got to raise our discipline a little bit and our standards a little bit. But remember, all you guys, the only thing you need to do is focus on duplicating what you can do already to one generation. Okay? Like Balazs doesn't worry about you guys. Balazs never goes, oh, I wonder what Julia and Kev and John are doing. He's busy doing Balazs stuff. I take care of my team just like you guys will eventually take care of your team. So you only gotta fucking smash it out for a few years. And then you can just let off the gas a little bit. And you're still making a lot of money. You're still growing. You're still learning and doing all this stuff. So now's the time. Nice. Yeah. So what days work? And I'm gonna get Steve and Mason. I'm gonna get everybody back on board here. What days can we do that you guys are okay with coming to training? And I'll actually have shit to do. It won't be boring. I'll make it a priority to kind of give you guys the best stuff that I have. Are you guys down for something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Once we figure out what we're doing in terms of training days and for webinars, Kevin and I talked about this earlier, and I would like to also host a team mastermind, similar to what they do in GAZ for the Wednesday Live Hangouts.
Like
and I'm gonna have certain topics and things that we're gonna go over, and they will be recorded and they will be posted in a file section in the Facebook group. So once we figure that out, I'm gonna set a day, and basically if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. But I'm not gonna discuss it outside of that. It'll just always be posted and people can access that. So
I love it. I love the fact that everyone, like the thing is it's very easy to learn sales. And really it's learning communication and how to ask the right questions. The beauty of what we do is we're only selling one thing. Where when you go, if you're working at a Harley, you have to learn all these bikes. And if you're a student, you gotta learn all these air conditioners. We gotta learn one thing. Well, let's master it. Let's master that one thing that makes us money.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, as much as you guys can show up, I think we're going to start doing a lot of training. Again, Phoenix, they had their own training system as well. Their own sales pitch, they weren't using gas either, right? So if we can give you guys the independence to go out and create whatever sort of magic you can, it's going to be better than just me throwing together a bunch of slides and trying to get everybody at the same place at the same
time. And with what Kevin just said there, like when you visualize your perfect lead, it's a lead that you visualize, not Kevin, right? So if you can master that sales and get them on a personal Zoom with yourself, you're going to be able to reach them way better than Kevin, because it's your lead that you visualize, not Kevin's lead that he visualized.
Exactly.
Right? So it's a lot more powerful when you.
There's a reason why I kind of stopped, and it's nothing against Kevin. Kevin's an incredible salesperson, but there's a reason I stopped bringing a lot of my leads to our webinars, because they weren't going to, they weren't the kind of leads that Kevin would be attracting. They were the kind of leads that I would be attracting. And this way, everyone takes responsibility for their own business. It's not all on Kevin to make our sales for us. We all become responsible. And when you do that, that's a big mindset thing where you are in control of everything you do, and you can't put that on anybody else. So.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what the thing is it's like I said, it's not going to be difficult to learn. It's a few different things. Framing the conversation, pulling out the pain, giving a solution, recapping the whole thing, hitting the three, those 3 points: company, product, and yourself, asking for the sale, looping back. It's Jordan Belfort stuff. It's super basic stuff. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Belfort again. And basically what we'll do is we'll recap every different thing, and we'll try to put it into more of a layman's terms. He is really good, but we'll pull out the things that we can work on. I'm like, okay, we work on this for the next X amount of days, and then work on this for the next amount of days, and whatever. So instead of having to do 10 hours of shit, let's figure out the things that are really important, master those skills, and then move on. That's what the 5 ways of creative thinking was saying, is break things down, understand simple things first, and then move forward. So awesome.
Master one thing at a time.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, I've been sitting on the computer webinaring for I don't know, probably get 6-7 hours.
2.5 hours with us.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad.
I didn't ask you about what you were up to. Dave's computer died, obviously.
Yeah, it did.
And here I thought it was going to be my computer that took a dump.
Well, I have 6% left, but before we go, I just want to thank Julia and Curtis for sharing all that information. A lot of what you guys touched on, I know, is what is stopping me from succeeding in my business. So it's a lot of mind fuck, really, just getting over the, your own shit, right? And I have a lot of work to do personally, and I know that, which is why some days when I write, oh, this business has changed my life, I feel a part of me feels like it's phony, because financially it hasn't changed my life at all. But progressively, it's changed my life a lot, because I'm doing a lot of things that I never would have done 2 months ago, a month ago. I still have a lot of external shit that I get in my way, but I think it's nice to have you guys all sharing your knowledge and being supportive, and I just want to thank you for that.
Awesome. It's our pleasure.
No thanks needed.
And no thanks needed. Let me just touch on this. Every single one of you have the power to be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's preconceived, pre-programming from when you were a little kid that's stopping you. It's nothing that you have done. It's just preconceived shit, right? So every single one, you see me talking to David yesterday in the group, how I was saying he's doing amazing. He's just an amazing guy. He has so much to offer the world. That's every single one of you. And Stuart, you know what I'm talking about. You went there, Kevin. It was said hundreds of times in the Awaken event. So I'm just reiterating what everybody here has the potential to be.
Yeah.
It's your choices subconsciously that are stopping you.
There's really no deficiency in anybody, in any of you. All you need to learn to do is to step into your own power, because everybody has it. You're born with everything you ever needed to be successful in this world. You just need to get past all those limiting beliefs.
And with Amanda, what you said about how you're not sure if this water has truly changed your life, you nailed it on the head. You've seen progress in you. If you see it in your mind, if you see that financial aspect in your mind and you already know you have it, act like you have it, because you're going to have it, right?
Yeah.
We talk about how we already have money. We don't physically have it, but we know we have it in our head because we're getting there.
You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands.
Yeah.
Exactly. And go get the magic if you don't have the magic.
That's the plan. I'm doing the magic.
Good.
I had to start again, but I'm doing it.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, let's all meet up. I guess it's Thursday. We'll all meet up instead of doing our whatever presentation. Let's just get together again. We'll all be there again, anyways. And I'll have like kind of the first thing for training done for Belfort. And the first one, I believe, is just going over the tenets of NLP, which are pretty simple stuff, but it is what's needed. And then if everybody does them at the same time, maybe we should do that instead. Maybe we should whoever wants to commit to doing a video a night or a video a week, and then we can all discuss it on a certain day and go over what we liked and what we didn't like, and kind of, or maybe on a Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Thursday. That way we can actually get through this stuff in a decent time. That's why it doesn't stretch it out over 3 months, which is kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'm down.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, guys. You have a wonderful night. I'll put the recording in the group when it's done.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.